Hello, my friend, and welcome to your Reiki session. How are you feeling today? Hopefully by the end of this session you feel at least 10% better. I'm going to start with an aura scan here, just an energetic scan. Checking in with your aura, seeing how you're doing. I'm just going to use some cream on my hands and a little bit of essential oils. This is a rose cream with vitamin E. It was a birthday present or a Christmas present. It's kind of got a sticky finish. It smells so strongly of rose. That's awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and add some essential oils. Here we have a blend of a little bit of geranium and chamomile. I'm noticing something going on in the heart space. All of your other chakras are feeling pretty good, pretty strong. But something going on in the heart space, maybe? There's just a little bit of heaviness. Does that resonate with you? Based on what you've got going on? Okay. So we'll see what we can do. Help you kind of release some of that weight that you're carrying there. That can be a little bit intense. Sometimes, the heart it's the center of our 7 primary chakras, right? So in that heart space, we have so much, we carry so much. It's kind of, if you think about the center point It's kind of like a leverage point. There's a lot of pressure put on that center point. And so we can carry a lot of weight. It's that connection between the earthly plane of the lower chakras, dealing with things like safety and security and the roots, dealing with things like creativity, pleasure, and emotions in the sacral, dealing with confidence and self-worth as we show up in this earthly plane and the solar plexus. And then the heart space is the linking chakra to all your upper chakras, the throat chakra, Vishuddha, which is all about that expression, communication, truth. The third eye, which is wisdom, clarity, intuition. The crown, Sahasrara, which is that connection to divine, connection to spirit. Root is connecting you to Mother Earth. The crown connects you to Father Cosmos. And the heart is in the center, in the very center, moving you through the earthly plane, connecting you to the upper chakras, and moving through the heart is so important. That's why love is such an important aspect of our lives. It's such an important aspect of, literature and poetry, and why there's such a focus on love is because that is really the center of it all. So the colors associated with the heart space, as you're probably familiar, are pink and green. Maybe you aren't familiar with the green aspect there, but the pink you probably are. So going with the green color, we're going to use our Kumbhaba jasper. It's petrified sea algae, and it's a wonderful stone for connecting with the heart space and helping in times of transformation. So if you're starting to feel like, I have so many fuzzies from the blanket. If you're starting to feel like you're ready for a change maybe, or maybe you're moving through very transformative emotions, big emotions, it could be new love. Maybe it's on the other side and you're moving through something like grief, or maybe you're healing past traumas. Maybe you're shifting out of judgment and moving into acceptance of self and others. These are all very big transformative aspects. And Kumbhaba jasper is really supportive for that transformation, for those transitional times. So let's invite in some of that supportive, gentle, nurturing energy. And this rhodonite, it's one of my favorite heart chakra stones, pink and black. It's a very deep, wise stone. It's connected to deep wells of wisdom, was related to love. So unconditional love, acceptance, forgiveness. So we're combining these elements and healing in the heart space. Can be kind of heavy, my dear. So if you want to just call in your own support here, maybe place your hands gently on your heart space. Try to fill up your heart space on your inhale with that beautiful life breath. That way we can kind of work together here, both of us healing your heart space. And this is called the ANAHATA chakra. ANAHATA chakra. Try to breathe slowly and deeply for me. Invite in a sense of acceptance for exactly who you are and exactly where you are in your journey. Sometimes as a coping mechanism, we tend to be really hard on ourselves. And there's this fear that, well, if I'm not hard on myself, I'm going to slack. I'm not going to be a good person. I'm going to slip into behaviors that I don't like about myself. But instead, if we employ something a little bit more loving and a little bit gentler and a little bit more kind of realistic, to say, I'm human. I accept myself exactly as I am. I accept my humanness, my humanity. I accept that being human means that I will make mistakes. I love myself through those mistakes. You know, it's kind of a myth that if we're really, really hard on ourselves, that we're going to, live up to that perfect version of ourselves. Very often that sense of being hard on yourself comes from a sense of perfectionism sneaking in, maybe not so sneaky, maybe pretty overt. And that's just a way of we try to control, how we show up in the world, how we're being perceived, maybe trying to control everything. And so you can really take off some of that weight. If you're feeling like that's part of this. And that perfectionism doesn't lead to any improvements. It doesn't lead to more discipline or any of that. Very often it leads to just chronically feeling bad about yourself. Whereas if you say, okay, made a mistake, I'm human. Now, what do I do now? All right, what do I want? Well, what I want is this. So I'm going to move in that direction slowly but surely. That's honestly how we get much farther. It really is the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise, so just think about that tortoise like totally accepting that they're a little bit slower and they're just going to keep going. And the hare has this perfectionism mentality, and so the moment that maybe you run off in a direction, get distracted, run off in a different direction, you don't pick back up again and go towards your dreams. Be that tortoise, fully in your own element, loving of yourself, accepting of exactly where you are, and just slowly trudging your way toward whatever it is that you're working toward. But in general, maybe you just have a lack of acceptance for the emotions that you're feeling right now. I'm going to come through and just do some stone tapping, almost like just adding a little sprinkle, like a sprinkle of salt, a sprinkle of pepper, a little dash here and there. Sprinkling the magic of these stones all throughout your aura. So it could just be that you are in need of acceptance of, whatever emotions are accompanying whatever it is that you're moving through right now. Maybe you feel a little bit afraid of your emotions. Fear often resides in the root chakra, creating an imbalance in this, our first primary chakra. The pole at the base of your torso, also called the base chakra or the Muladhara chakra. And coming through and just doing some gentle tapping, breaking up any energy here in the heart space that feels stuck or trapped. Slow your breathing for me, my dear. Just slow, deep breaths. I'm actually going to have you hold these, okay? So you can hold them and you can place them at your heart space or just hold them in your palms and just kind of let that energy sort of soak in, radiate through your entire being. So we'll put this Kambaba Jasper there in your right hand, perfect. And then the Rhodonite here in your left hand. How's that feel? Okay, good. Beautiful. Are you going to be a problem? I have a few more medicinals hanging above, but you can't see them. This has rose in it. But let's add a few drops of this. Give it a good shake, and now I'll spritz you. It smells very nice. Very like nourishment for the soul. It keeps popping. That top on, and it keeps popping. It's like popping. Good. Perfect. Keep this fan in with my incense because usually I like to use it to kind of waft different fragrances, aromas, or smoke, you know. So I use it with my sprays, but also with my incense, and as a result it's sort of that melange, like a medley of all of my different incense. It smells so so heavenly. Just think there's something so magical about fans. The design of them is so beautiful. They're very kind of create an air of mystery. I love them. And they're very useful in a spiritual practice for moving energy. But also, they fold up very easily, and they're a great way of keeping cool on a hot day. So we'll just spritz a little bit more of that aura mist. Just waft this everywhere it needs to go. Starting the process of cleansing anything in the heart space that needs to be cleared. Releasing. What needs to be cleared here? What needs to be cleared? Just releasing. What can you release right now? What's available for you to let go of? I give you permission. Maybe you're taking on a responsibility that's not yours to hold. You can let go. You can let go of that. I give you permission. You're doing such a good job. You don't need to hold all of this extra stuff. Whole mess of baggage that's not yours to hold. We can let go of that. We can let go. Good. Just release. One more time, deep breath in and all the way out. How are your feet? There's so much power and beauty and love in being kind to yourself, treating yourself with the care and the love that you deserve. We can show up for others so much stronger, so much more whole when we take the time, when we create an intention to really care for ourselves. let's light our candle here. I have this beautiful candle. A friend of mine gave me these candles, and she got them, I think, in the farmer's market in Union Square. But they're just these beautiful, like they drip so beautifully. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that, but it's just, they're gorgeous. They do drip quite quickly. So we'll set our intention on this flame. Probably light a little bit of incense off of it, and then we probably blow it out so it doesn't just drip down. But it's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know if you saw that. It's gorgeous. Start to think about what you want to get out of this session. What do you want from this session? What do you want a little bit of assistance from me? On behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered, most aligned self, in loving comfort and in perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for healing the heart chakra. Now, feel free to call into existence the support that you need based on whatever you're moving through right now. What do you need some support with? What do you need some guidance for? Maybe calling in, clarifying this intention, or setting your own. And as always, as long as it's in service of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves, then I will honor your intention and see it through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable in your life, in your energy, your circumstances. Okay, I'm going to light our incense. And the thing is that it's really helpful to set an intention in every aspect of life. In every aspect of life, it's helpful to set an intention. It helps us to know what direction to move in, one step at a time. It helps those energies all around us to know how to guide us, how to help us get to where we want to go. I'm going to cleanse a little bit. Particularly here in the heart space. Intentional living is just, it's so powerful. I mean, I pinch myself every day that once I shifted and started to kind of take ownership of my energy and my life, once we start to shift out of that victim mode, that mode of like, I'm just being caught in the torrent and I don't know what's going on, to, okay, this is happening. These outside things are happening and there are still things I can control. So what are those things that I can control? And how can I start to really build a bridge between where I am right now and where I want to be? Whether that's the internal work of how I respond or react to these, outside circumstances, whether it's living the life of your dreams and really stepping into that manifestation of all of your heart's desires. Whether it's finding and developing a beautiful, collaborative, loving relationship, platonic or romantic. What's that thing that you're feeling like you have no control over? Start to recognize the areas where you do have control, because if you start to look for them, you will find them. You will find that there are things you can control no matter the circumstance, whether that's your mindset, whether that's your physical environment, whether that's the boundaries that you set, how you respond, how you react, how you take care of yourself, whether you get sleep, whether you move your body, whether you're eating nourishing foods. I heard someone talking about how physical movement has a sort of 75% of people having moved for, I think it was like a week or something, felt better. There's an improvement in mental health issues. But as opposed to like with pharmaceuticals, that number was much lower. I think it was like 30 to 40% better or something. So starting out just by recognizing, like, am I getting enough sleep? Am I moving my body every day? Am I eating nourishing foods? Am I eating the foods that really support me? I'm thinking about maybe on my other channel creating a session or a video where I kind of break down some of the foods that I eat every single day that I find just to be really, really supportive and nourishing. And I make them in ways that they're really delicious. It never feels like a chore. It always feels like a treat. I mean, I look forward to my breakfast and my lunch every single day, even though they have all of these like very healthy foods. But yeah, it's just kind of about, when I shifted and started seeing these, measures of health as treats for my body instead of chores, it makes a big difference. And sleep, movement, eating well, eating supportive foods, like those three things. Cannot recommend them highly enough for heart healing, energetic healing of any kind, any mental health issues, but also for just general mood, for all of the aspects that we're talking about, support during difficult times. I know that can sometimes be the hardest time to care for yourself, is when you're going through something, but that's when you need it the most. But I think if for a week you were to really focus on your sleep, on eating well, and on moving your body, and engaging in the community in some way, whether that's calling a friend or going on a hike with someone that you know, connecting with loved ones, some kind of community-based activity, You do those 4 things, I guarantee you'll feel so much better if you don't do those already. All right, my love. Let's go ahead and shake up your energy, creating a nice thick buoyant aura. Good because you're nice and clear now. We just want to protect this energy. We're activating in the heart space, but also developing this really beautiful, loving relationship with self. From time to time, checking in, maybe even right now, using this opportunity to place your hands on your heart space. Maybe you can put the stones gently aside for just a moment. Place your hands on your heart space and just ask yourself, what does my heart need? What is my heart yearning for? What do I need right now? Good. Keep doing what you're doing. Slow, deep breath, and I'll shake up your aura. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative. You are safe. You are safe. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're doing as well as possible and feeling really, really wonderful. Hope you feel at least 10% better. Lots of love, my friend. And until we meet again, be so, so well, okay? See you again soon. Namaste. Hello, my lovely, lovely patrons. This session is going to be all about just like sending love into the hands. Our palms are these like entry and access points for so many different energies to flow in. So doing Reiki hand massages I find really helpful. So soothing. So I'm just going to be sending this energy towards you. I love using things from nature to send healing energy. You know I love using things like driftwood, stones, all the earthly elements. I love using water as a healing element. Good. So sending that love towards you, and see if you can just maybe breathe it in. Fill yourself up with that gorgeous, loving energy. Imagine the aroma just swirling in and flowing all through your body. Which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to two super empowering cards. You have this fiery energy, and you have like the earth and the roots and the ancestors. It's like star and earth and fire. Find as comfortable a position as you can. Maybe close your eyes. You could lie down, whatever feels right for you. And let's begin today with gratitude. Whatever position you find yourself in, bring to heart